Welcome back. Our top story this half hour. An analysis just released shows repairs to Manatee County's Confederate statue are estimated to cost 3 times what it cost to take it down. The memorial broke into 3 pieces when it was removed from the front lawn of the Manatee County Courthouse earlier this year. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from that site where the monument used to sit to explain how much repairs will cost and where the statue could eventually end up. Jess?
Scott, the monument was taken down back in August after a vote by county commissioners who were fearful for the public safety. A series of protests had broke out here near where the monument used to stand. Now, after 3 months of uncertainty, it seems that the county is moving forward with repairing the monument, but it may cost you, the taxpayer. It was no secret that a middle-of-the-night attempt to move Manatee County's Confederate monument into storage went terribly wrong, as the entire thing was captured on camera.
As a commissioner, I don't think any of the commissioners actually knew when the monument was going to be moved and by whom.
It was a $12,000 price tag to move the piece of history, paid for by the taxpayers.
They hired Woodruff & Sons, which is a road building company, to take down a 100-year-old monument. I guess the biggest question is, who authorized that? Who spent that check? And I was told the only person that could do that is Ed Hunziker.
The county administrator. Commissioners say they don't know who signed off on it, but because the monument broke, the county is now facing an approximate $41,000 bill if it wants to repair it, according to a new survey done by Sarasota-based Cairns Engineering Group Incorporated.
We've got the preliminary cost estimate, and this is from an engineering firm. It's not from a construction firm, so the costs may vary.
Since the fall, the monument has been stored in a county facility. The report describes it as being in 3 pieces, including the monument base and the 2 broken pieces of the 15-foot-tall spire. County spokesman Nick Azera says the property management department of the county is drafting what's called a scope of work to replace and repair the monument. Once that's finished, the county will solicit bids. And in the meantime, county commissioners will try to decide on a relocation site.
Once the location is determined, then the repairs will take place, because again, we don't want to risk repairing the monument where it is now and then risk damaging it again in transit to its final location.
Some commissioners think it should be up to voters to decide where this monument ends up.
I would like to see it go on the ballot in 2018 and the people decide if they want it put back up somewhere in Manatee County or laid to rest.
Commissioners say that State Senator Bill Galvano is working with the state in an effort to try to move the monument to Gamble Plantation Historic Site in Ellington. Commissioners say starting in the new year, they will come up with a plan and a timeline of how to decide where this monument will go if and when it is repaired. Reporting live in Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Jess, thanks so much. The state is trying to find ways to ease traffic congestion around Bradenton and Palmetto. Last night, state transportation officials showed off 11 different ideas to improve circulation around the DeSoto and Green Bridge area. The short-term solutions include making signal modifications and relocating some of the left turns at the main intersections. Longer term, FDOT is looking into a new bridge over the Manatee River and an elevated thruway.
We need that public comment because that's an important factor in determining which alternatives we can move forward and study further.
It's wonderful. I'm so glad to see so many people turning out to understand what the alternatives are. We're very early in the process, the planning, but this is the appropriate time for people to have input.
Transportation officials will evaluate the public comment. They say the short-term solutions could take a year to implement, while the long-term solutions are at least a decade away. SpaceX racks up another first, launching a recycled rocket with a recycled capsule on NASA grocery run. The unmanned Falcon rocket blasting off from Cape Canaveral today, just in time for a Christmas delivery to the International Space Station. This is NASA's first use of a reused Falcon and only the second of a previously flown capsule. The private aerospace company, SpaceX, is salvaging as much as possible from flown rockets to drive down launch costs. It looks like it was perfect weather for that launch.
It was. We had a cold front coming our way, but they had a window to shoot. That it was a beautiful sight. Kind of great launch that was. Let's take a look at temperatures this morning across the Suncoast, across all of Florida. In fact, we could drop a couple of degrees from these tonight as a cold front is heading our way. You kind of see evidence of that cold front up in the Panhandle, where the low is 46 at Panama City, 49 at Tallahassee, Jacksonville 52. But across our viewing area, temperatures were pretty much in the upper 50s to near 60, 61 at Bradenton and Parrish. Let's drop these 3 or 4 degrees tonight as a result of that passing cold front. And we can see it evidenced from the subtropical jet, the warmth that is blocking advance of cold from the north. This is like a little low off northwest Mexico, acting like a pump, shooting this subtropical jet like out of a hose right over the southeastern United States, overpowering any cold air that could possibly reach us. But it's got a lot of rain just out of our radar range right along the Gulf Coast, but future radar tonight along the Suncoast shows it will be dry, with wind shifting to the north overnight behind that front, a little bit drier air, hence the drop in temperatures overnight of 4 or 5 degrees. But this evening should be quite nice if you're heading out for dinner to see a film. Lows temperatures will be in the 60s all evening long. Our complete forecast coming up, and a look at Christmas Day in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Steve, thank you. Republicans are releasing the details of their final tax plan today. They say they are feeling good about the chances of it getting passed before the Christmas holiday. But while the bill will almost certainly pass in the House, as ABC's Lana Zak reports, the Senate still a big unknown.
President Trump says he feels confident that the tax bill will be passed next week.
I think we're doing very well. It's something that's going to be monumental. It will be the biggest tax decrease or tax cut in the history of our country.
And 2 major holdouts are now saying they're on board. But with a slim majority, the bill's future is not yet a done deal. Thursday night, Senator Marco Rubio threatened to vote no unless there was an expansion of the child tax credit. But now Rubio says the changes are sufficient and he'll support it. And another no vote has come around Senator Bob Corker, the only Republican senator to vote against the original bill. He announced late Friday that while he doesn't think the bill is perfect, he does, quote, think we are better off with it. And for their part, Democrats charge that the bill favors the wealthy at the expense of working and middle-class voters. They argue that the process has been rushed through in secrecy. Here's Democratic Senator Ron Wyden on MSNBC.
This whole process has been a sham. The fact is, this is a historically unpopular giveaway to the multinational corporations at the expense of the middle class.
But Kevin Brady, the chair of the House Ways and Means Committee, defended Republicans against that charge.
So the American people can look at the new tax code we're proposing before the House and Senate votes on it next week.
Republicans will also be keeping an eye on the health of 2 of their colleagues. Senator John McCain, who is currently hospitalized at Walter Reed Medical Center battling brain cancer, and Senator Thad Cochran, who had a non-melanoma lesion removed. But Senator Ron Portman says both are expected back for votes next week. Reporting from Washington, Lana Zak, ABC News.
New developments in the Charlottesville protest after a man drove his car into protesters. James Fields' second-degree murder charge has now been upgraded to first-degree murder. He's accused of striking and killing the 32-year-old woman and injuring dozens of others. During Fields' preliminary hearing yesterday, tensions flared again in the streets of Charlottesville, Virginia, as some members of the Ku Klux Klan were in town for that hearing.
I feel like we should have had this resolved, and the fact that we haven't is why I'm taking a stand to push back against it, because I think when people don't step up is when it becomes a problem.
Charlottesville denied a permit request from Unite the Right rally organizer Jason Kessler earlier this week. He had wanted to host another rally on the anniversary of that violent clash. The fraternity culture at Penn State University back in the national spotlight as prosecutors release a grand jury's report in the wake of a pledge's drinking death. The death of Penn State fraternity pledge Tim Piazza prompted a grand jury investigation on hazing and excessive alcohol consumption at the university's fraternities. Piazza died in February as he pledged Beta Theta Pi. The grand jury had several recommendations.
Cure the currently deficient hazing law. Hazing right now is only a misdemeanor, and that's just not sufficient.
In all, 26 of Piazza's former fraternity brothers have now been charged, many facing allegations from reckless endangerment to manslaughter. Police say the students led them to believe a security camera in the fraternity's basement was not working, but instead allegedly deleted that video. Prosecutors say that the now recovered video shows the brothers giving Piazza 18 drinks in less than 90 minutes. The Penn State case now contributing to a growing crackdown of college Greek life across the country. A former soccer coach who police say planned to leave the country with a 17-year-old student appearing in court today in North Florida. 27-year-old Ryan Rodriguez and 17-year-old Caitlin Fresina disappeared in late November. They were missing for a week before they were found in New York State. Rodriguez has now been charged with unlawful sexual activity with a minor, a second-degree felony, and with interference with child custody. He faces a maximum of 30 years in prison on a child sex charge, 5 years on that custody charge. New sexual misconduct allegations are lodged against Academy Award-winning actor Dustin Hoffman. Now, at least 5 women have come forward accusing Hoffman of sexual assault or misconduct. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has details of the allegations made against him.
Dustin Hoffman denying previous allegations of harassment and misconduct, now facing new accusers.
At the time that these stories took place, Dustin Hoffman was one of the biggest actors working, if not the biggest actor working.
Variety reporting claims from 3 of the women, 2 of them alleging during the production of Hoffman's movie Ishtar, the actor groped them against their will. And a friend of Hoffman's daughter says in 1980, when she was 16 years old, Hoffman exposed himself. According to Variety, Hoffman's attorney sent a letter to the magazine's owner calling the accusations defamatory falsehoods. 2 weeks ago at a film panel in New York City, HBO host John Oliver grilled Hoffman about the earlier allegations, including one from actress Anna Graham Hunter, who alleges Hoffman made multiple inappropriate comments and unwanted sexual advances towards her when she was 17.
Do you believe the stuff that you read?
I believe what she wrote, yes.
Why?
Because there's no point in her lying.
Well, there is a point in her not bringing this up for 40 years.
Really? Oh, Dustin.
At that forum, Hoffman went on to say he did nothing wrong. Now, Hoffman did not respond to ABC News about the latest accusations, but again has denied previous allegations. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
Fraudulent marriage scheme in Florida linking Americans with partners from countries that were once part of the Soviet Union. Investigators say at least 100 Americans were paid up to $20,000 to enter into sham marriages with foreign nationals who wanted to apply to become U.S. residents. The Florida-based scheme began in 2015. 9 people have been arrested in connection to that case. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a ray of light for parents concerned about their teenagers. What a new report suggests about teenagers and drugs. Coming up.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC 7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC 7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
I'm Alan Cohn. What a week. A Democrat wins in Alabama. More members of Congress leave because of allegations of sexual harassment. What's next?
Tomorrow on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Drug abuse is a huge concern for parents of teens and adolescents. But this week, as ABC's Arlette Saenz report, there's some good news.
Binge drinking, prescription pain pills, street drugs. Parents of adolescents and teens have no shortage of threats to worry about when it comes to substance abuse. But this week, a new report showing that at least when it comes to some of these things, parents may be able to breathe a little easier. Researchers at the University of Michigan looked at the large annual Monitoring the Future survey, which asks 8th, 10th, and 12th graders about substance abuse. This time, a record low number of adolescents and teens abusing Vicodin, one of the most common opioid painkillers. Only 1 in 50 kids currently report abusing this pill. That's down from a peak of more than 1 in 10 in 2003. The use of street drugs also bottoming out. Ritalin misuse decreasing. All good signs. But something new to look out for, vaping. Nearly 1 in 3 12th graders say they used a vaping device in the past year, either for nicotine, marijuana, or health officials warn substances these kids can't even identify. Doctors telling us that kids have begun to wise up about getting altered. Parents, keep up the good work. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
Get another check on our weather tonight with meteorologist Steve Newman. Steve?
Hey, Scott, we started off with quite a bit of clouds in the area, but they've thinned this afternoon, and the sun's come out, and now the sun is setting. And a nice evening afoot. However, there will be a weak cold front that will come through overnight, dropping temperatures just a little bit. As we look at our tower cam live over Sarasota Bay, a beautiful sunset currently in progress. Temperature 72 degrees. Our dew point 64, humidity 76%. With those winds from the southwest, it'll shift to the northeast overnight when the front passes. These are current temperatures: 73 at Tampa, 71 at Key West, and across our viewing area, pretty much low to mid 70s everywhere. A little cooler out on Longboat Key and Siesta, only 69 right now. Here is the front, still way up, just about cross city. Dew points in the 50s ahead of it, 41 to upper 30s behind it. So it's clearly defined a parcel of drier air heading our way. But that's about it. It will not bring any rain, but there's plenty of rain right along the Gulf Coast right now. It's being enhanced by the subtropical jet stream that is blowing in from the coast of Mexico. Snowing around New York City. You saw that report earlier today of that subway incident or the train incident. There is plenty of snow over New Jersey, moving offshore, and lake effect snow through the Great Lakes. Temperatures not quite as cold in eastern Canada and upstate. 23 at New York right now, Chicago at 33. So those temperatures have warmed up. And across the nation, there is that subtropical jet bringing rain along the Gulf Coast. There's another weak disturbance moving through the Great Lakes with some snow there. And out west, this little buckle in the jet stream is going to cause problems tonight. Increased fire danger in northern and southern California. It's kind of coming a back way into northern California, where I did the weather for 25 years, so I can tell you it has a tendency to produce very strong winds and extremely high fire danger. They've issued a very rare red flag warning out for the San Francisco Bay Area because tonight the winds will be gusting over the hills as high as 70, 80 miles per hour. Extreme fire danger, and that will last until Sunday. We also have the Thomas Fire down around Santa Barbara that's burned a whole lot, and it's going to increase the winds down there to 35, 40, 50 miles per hour. So all in all, we will keep our fingers crossed that both northern and southern California get through this without any significant problems for the next day or so. Here on our coast, we will have a major weather pattern shift occurring for the next 24 hours, and it will bring warmer weather into the weekend and into next week as well. And it also means, unfortunately, a long, dry spell is ahead for us. I don't think we're going to see a chance of rain even in the long-term forecast. Here is the Futurecast showing that cold front passing by. I think it's a little behind this right now. I'll fix that for our next weather show. But when the front passes us by tonight, high pressure will build in. And then once it moves to the east, the winds will shift from the dry northeasterly direction to the moist southeasterly. And that will warm us up over the weekend and keep temperatures probably the low 80s right on through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with no rain in the forecast. Here's our forecast for tonight. Calls for partly cloudy skies and mild, 55 the overnight low temperature. And for tomorrow, a mostly sunny day, a milder day, temperatures reaching 75. We should be 73 for this time of year. And your 7-day outlook shows that warming trend continues into Sunday with highs about 80, 81 on Monday, 81 on Tuesday, and a little bit cooler as the weak cold front comes through midweek. That's your weather, Scott.
All right, Steve, thank you. Let's get a check now on our first alert traffic for the drive home. If you're heading north, you may want to avoid the interstate. Still seeing a lot of orange and even some red on the map from I-75 from around Fruitville Road in Sarasota to past State Road 64 in Manatee. The clock is ticking on those last-minute deals, but Free Shipping Friday is here to help your pocketbook. More than 900 retailers, including Amazon and UPS, are guaranteeing delivery by Christmas Eve for free with some surprise deals. If you don't take advantage today, don't worry, you still have some time to get gifts where they need to go in time for the holiday. Some dates you want to pay attention to: December 21st is the last day to send via FedEx Standard Overnight, Priority Overnight, and First Overnight. December 22nd is the last day to send packages via Priority Mail Express service for the U.S. Postal Service. Facebook's video feature is changing. According to a blog post published by Facebook, ads will appear in the beginning of some videos on the social media website. Facebook also said ads that pop up mid-video will only be included in videos that are 3 minutes or longer. Newsfeed rankings are also changing to make it easier for content creators to reach their audiences. Many of the updates are expected to take effect by next year. Stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific. They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC 7.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi off to a Death Star-sized start at the box office. Disney says the 8th installment in the space franchise has earned an estimated $45 million from Thursday night showings. It's the second highest Thursday night preview tally following the $57 million start for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which kicked off this modern trilogy in 2015. The Last Jedi is expected to net around $200 million throughout the weekend, which would make it the 4th biggest opening of all time. But the film was a little bittersweet for some. The Last Jedi is the last movie Carrie Fisher filmed before passing away in December of last year. The Princess Leia actress was honored Thursday with a commemorative plaque in Hollywood at the U.S. premiere. Can an R-rated superhero thrive at the House of Mouse? With Disney agreeing to acquire Fox Movies, that puts the raunchy, foul-mouthed Deadpool at the family-friendly studio. But it appears the franchise will retain its restricted rating. Yesterday, Disney CEO Bob Iger said there's room for R-rated Marvel movies at Disney, adding, quote, "as long as we let audiences know what's coming." And a date has been set for the highly anticipated royal wedding between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Kensington Palace announcing Harry and Meghan will marry on May 19th of 2018. The palace had said earlier the wedding would be in May at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle. Can't wait. And we'll be right back with more news and your weekend forecast right after this.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.